Morning you guys, it's Karen and I'm here to do a review of this, the new Vita Liberata Self-Tanning Anti-Age Serum. I bought this from Boots and it was £30. It's a very small pot, that's how big it is. It has 15ml or 0.50 fluid ounces in it, but the reason it's so expensive for such a small pot is this is one of those that can be used by adding it to your moisturiser, adding it to your night cream, or you can use it concentrated as is, which is how I've used it. The only other one I've tried like this I can think of is the Clarins one. There's a Clarins, I can't remember what they were called, but I tried those and they went patchy on me. So I don't think there's too many of these products around, but I like the idea. And I also like the idea that it was anti-aging. So I'm on the Vita Liberata website and what I'm going to do is read you the claims and we'll have a look at the ingredients as well, because that kind of relates to the claims, and then I'll tell you what my experience of it has been. So it says that it's a self-tanning anti-age serum that's a made-to-measure tanning serum with intense anti-age benefits. It gives a natural looking tan, reduced fine lines and wrinkles, and plumped, conditioned skin. Apply to your skin or mix a couple of drops with your moisturiser for a gradually developing natural looking tan. Suitable for all skin, it says styles, I'm assuming it means types, and tans the skin to the level you choose. What's good about this website actually is it's got a list of what it's formulated without. So it doesn't have any parabens in it, harsh chemicals, perfume/fragrance, alcohol, animal derivatives, petrochemicals, sulfates and silicones. And so I think that's really useful, because some people don't want any of those, some people won't want it with silicones. I'm happy that it doesn't have any alcohol or added fragrance, although there is some rose in there that I'll talk about in a minute when we look at the ingredients. So let's have a look at those claims. So self-tanning anti-age serum. So what it's like, you twist this top, it's just like a little bottle like that, and you twist it. As soon as you start twisting it, it pops up from the middle, and then as you open it, it has a dropper in it, and you can see that it is just a clear liquid, but it's not extremely watery. Obviously I'm not going to put it on my hand and demonstrate it, because it might actually, you can see it better that way, can't you? It will tan my hand, but it's almost like a sort of water mixed with a gel. Let me show you how I'm just going to press that button so you can see there. It is very, very liquidy, but it's just got a little bit of substance to it. So yes, it's a lovely serum. It feels really nice going on, I have to say. That was a complete surprise to me, that it feels very lovely going on your skin, and it blends in well. I've used it 2 nights in a row, so I used it last night and the night before, and I used my latex gloves. I sometimes use latex gloves, I sometimes use a brush, sometimes I use my hands and then wash my hands. I think probably this is best using your hands. I just knew that I was going to be settled on the couch and I didn't want to get up, and I've got my big skincare bag, so I use my latex gloves and then put them back in my little tanning bag that I've got in there. But I think it's probably best used with your hands, and then go and wash your hands thoroughly. It felt really lovely and silky, and felt like a really nice moisturiser actually. This gives a natural looking tan. I'm not sure about this, because what I always do when I get a tanning lotion is I'll put it on. I very rarely tan my stomach, because I'll just tan my legs or my arms, or my legs and arms and face and neck, and so I always put a little drop on my tummy just to see the following day how much of a colour there is. And I put a drop of this on and I couldn't see any colour the following day, and I looked in the mirror and I couldn't see a big line here, because I put it on my face and neck. But actually now you can see, if I show you there, that's the difference between the colour from this and my normal colour is there. But the first day there wasn't much of a difference. However, I definitely looked like I had a healthy glow. But that's why I used it a second night, and I used it concentrated. Why am I telling you this? Natural looking tan, that was the thing we were talking about. So yeah, I would say that after one use it was fairly natural, but if you used it where you put a couple of drops into your moisturiser, you're definitely going to get a very natural looking tan. That might be really good for some people who are scared of tanning. If you've never tried tanning before, you could start off with 1 drop, see what you think, add in another drop the next night, see what you think, or add in 1 drop the following night, just build it up over a few days. It's definitely something that you can tailor to yourself, which is a really good thing about it, I think. The reason that I went ahead and used it as a concentrate on its own is because of all the reviews I had read on Sephora were basically saying that there was barely any colour from it when they were adding it to a moisturiser, and I like quite a dark tan. And I would say that probably now, after 2 days, this is the perfect colour for me. But yes, you can definitely get a natural looking tan. It says reduced fine lines and wrinkles and plumped conditioned skin. My skin felt definitely plumped and conditioned. I can't say that there's reduced fine lines and wrinkles because I've only been using it 2 days, but it does have an anti-aging ingredient in it. I'll talk about that in a moment. But when I woke up this morning and yesterday morning, I noticed the feel of my skin. And you may remember in my skin video, my 2006 skin favourites, I said that the only product that had ever done that for me was the Clarins Lotus Oil. But now this. I really loved the feel of my skin this morning and yesterday. I woke up and I was like, wow. I wouldn't have ever said I would say my skin felt plumped, but it did. It felt plumped and soft. It felt just peachy, like a little baby's bum. And I was like, oh, my skin feels lovely. So I definitely noticed that this morning. But like I said, I haven't been using it long enough to see if it works on fine lines and wrinkles. It would take a while, I would say. Let's have a look at the ingredients, because the only other claim of this is that it's an anti-aging serum. So there are about 13, 14 ingredients that I can see there. And it's interesting because you always look at the number one ingredient that you read, that's the highest concentration. And then the one at the bottom is the lowest concentration, but you never really know the exact amounts. You know, it could be that the last 10 are only in at 0.1% and the number one ingredient is 80%, or it could be more evenly spaced. You just don't really know. But the ingredients are interesting to me. The number one ingredient is water, which is fine. And the number two ingredient is dimethicone cross polymer. But do you remember I said it was formulated, did I tell you this? It's formulated without parabens, chemicals, perfume, alcohol, animal derivatives, petrochemicals, sulfates and silicones. And so dimethicone cross polymer is a silicone based product. To my knowledge, it's a silicone gel. So I guess they've got off on a technicality by saying it's not got silicones in it. But if dimethicone is a product that bothers you, you may want to avoid this. That's the second ingredient. The ingredient is a glycol, a softener, and the fourth ingredient is the dihydroxyacetone. So that is the tanning agent. However, it has 3 stars by it, and that is normally, you know, when you can read at the bottom of the page, there'll be one with 1 star, one with 2 stars, one with 3 stars, and it's notes that you're supposed to read about that. So they're telling you that there's something else to tell you about that ingredient, but it isn't on the website. It isn't listed there, and I can't see it on the packaging. Okay, I've had a look at my packaging, and that's them saying that it is eco-certified. Then after that is glycerin. Then I won't go through every single ingredient. The last but one ingredient is palmitoyl tetrapeptide 7, which is a key ingredient of Matrixyl 3000, which you may have heard of, and that is a really good anti-aging ingredient. And so I would say that this is a good peptide to have in it. It's definitely a good anti-aging ingredient, but it is fairly low on the list. I would have expected to see that just after the dihydroxyacetone, which is the tanning ingredient. But like I said, it is quite low on the list, but it doesn't give you the actual percentage. I mean, it is quite a concentrated formula, so you would hope it would be quite a high percentage. It has got some rose extract in there, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about number 8 on the list. So I wouldn't know whether that would be a problem or not. It depends. If you've got really sensitive skin, you could find that irritating, but rose is also thought to have benefits for your skin. And again, interestingly, they've said that there is no fragrance in it, but rose, I suspect that's in there more for the fragrance than for the skin benefits. And that is what you can smell from it. It has got a very light scent. It is really nice actually, but it has got a scent, and I believe that that is rose. It doesn't have a self-tanning smell actually. When it develops, there is no self-tanning smell, and I know this because I love that smell, and if I wake up and smell that, it makes me happy, but I couldn't smell that this morning. But I forgave it because I had lovely plump skin. That's the ingredients and claims, etc. What do I think of it? I really like it. I do really, really like it. But for me, it's probably not going to be a repurchase because of the price and the size and how long it will last me. If I continue to use it concentrated as I am now, this would last me probably a week or 2 at most, and it's £30, so that's way too much. So perhaps I will try it, adding it to my moisturiser, but every review I read was just saying that they couldn't see any difference, and that even ones that were happy with the result had added in a couple of drops and they weren't happy until 3 or 4 days of using it. And I've said before with products like that, it's just, I'm too impatient for that. I want to see an instant result. So that will be a personal taste thing, I think, won't it? I love the fact that it's got good anti-aging ingredients in it. I love the fact that it is alcohol free. It has no added fragrance. I love the formula and love the feel of my skin after using it. There were a couple of reviews saying that they thought it was too orangey. It was a little bit orangey. I'm going to show you a picture of me without my makeup on this morning. And I suppose it is a little bit orangey, but to me, tan is a little bit orangey. I think that makes, for me personally, it makes me look quite healthy. I don't want it too orangey. I don't tend to want my bronzer orangey, funny enough. I want that to be more sort of red toned or neutral. But I felt like it looked okay, because yesterday I actually didn't wear makeup after using this. I just thought I'm going to have a no makeup day. And I thought my skin looked okay. I thought actually it did give me a bit of a healthy glow, even though it wasn't perhaps the level of tan that I wanted. I did like the result. Maybe, you know, I do get those lines on my neck. I don't know how it's come out on my neck. What happens is I get, where my wrinkles are, they're often white, and I don't think they look that white today, but then also at this bit here, it seems to be a bit more intense, and it does look, looking in the viewfinder, like it is a bit more intense there. So maybe using it in my moisturiser every night would result in a better effect. The other thing I would say is don't buy this to replace any of your anti-aging ingredients. And I suppose it depends what you're using, but like I wouldn't, for example, don't replace your retinol with this, or use this in addition to everything else. And just, I think it's nice that it's got some anti-aging ingredients in it, but that wouldn't be what I was looking to this product for. It would be for the tan, and the nice side effect is that your skin feels lovely and plumped and really nice, and you can get a really nice colour. So I think that's all I want to tell you about that. Let us know if you've used it, of course, and what you think, because the reviews, from what I can see, are really varying. I haven't watched any YouTube reviews. I don't know if there even are any, but to remember in my 2016 skin favourites, again, I was saying that I hoped there would be more I hope there would be more tanning products in 2017. I don't feel like there were many new things out in 2016, or certainly not many new things that were really good. So I was really excited to see that. I can never resist a new tan product. Let me tell you what I've got on my face. I have got on my Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Foundation in 010. On my eyes is a Makeup Geek pigment. Now I'm going to have forgotten the name of it. I don't know the name of it. I'll list it in the comments, in the description. And on my lips is a Barry M lipstick, and again, I can't remember the name of it because I've only just bought it. I think it has a number. It's one of the new matte lipsticks, but like I said, I'll list all of that in the description for you. Can't get my words together today. This video, honestly, I've had to stop and start because I'm getting my words all muddled up. Anyway, thank you.